Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today, this is for my crochet buddies, my knitting buddies, whoever crochet knits. I have some of the new yarns that Joann's store came out with for the new year. And then some other yarns I had bought, kind of like a panic buy, because in case you didn't know, or in case you didn't hear, Joann's has filed bankruptcy for the second time in a year. This one sounds like it may be a little bit more serious. They may or may not, may be closing their doors. I'm not sure what's going on. It's kind of all up in the air at this point. There's talk of a company buying them and liquidating everything. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm in a little bit of a panic because a lot of my yarn for a lot of my projects I get from Joann. They have the best deals. I mean, $2.99 for balls of yarn is you know, unheard of. And anywhere else. I've never seen $2.99 balls of yarn at Michael's, and I certainly haven't seen it at Hobby Lobby. So they have really good coupons, really good sales, doorbusters, and stuff like that, so that you just don't get those deals at other craft stores, aka Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I do shop at Hobby Lobby, Michael's only when they have sales, but even when they have their sales aren't as good, to me, in my opinion, as a Joann's yarn sale. So let's do the new yarn first. I'm actually pulling this away from a project. This is the new Vortex yarn. It's a yarn cake. It's 328 yards, 300 meters, 150 grams. It's 100% acrylic. They're really, really soft, and they're really, really beautiful. You could see the string pulling from it because I am currently finishing up a blanket that I got making from using this color. This is a medium 4 weight. They say to use a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, but honestly, it's a really good 4 weight. You could probably get away with a 5 or a 5.5. But I went right in between, and I am using a 6. And the 6 is working up really, really well with this yarn. So it also tells you that you would need 4 balls for a blanket. My opinion so far, working with this yarn and this amount of yardage, this is my 7th ball yarn, and I made a halfway decent blanket. I still need to add trim on it to make it a little bit bigger. 4 balls of yarn, I mean, it says it here, it's going to make a 50 by 60. It's going to make a little rinky-dink blanket that's probably not going to cover your whole body. So if you want a nice size blanket, I would go up to maybe 7, 8 balls of yarn and add a nice thick trim border on, maybe even 10 balls of yarn. I usually, my best bet is usually 10 balls of yarn, but I went with 7 for this one, and it's not too bad, but I still need to add some trim on it. Sorry if you hear crinkling. The Joann's box came with paper, and my little fur babies are playing in the paper. So, and this colorway is called Beachy Splash. The next one, which I think I just got this in now. The box just came in. Here's the next color. Really, really pretty, nice and bright. This is also a Vortex yarn. This is called Bird of Paradise color. Really nice. I'm not going to read the specs because they're all the same. And then I also got this Vortex yarn. This color is called Mountain Mist. So I always like to make a black and gray type of blanket. Do I have any more? I don't have any more Vortex yarn. I think that was it. Next, new to Joann's is the Big Twist Jelly Bean yarn. Isn't this pretty? I think I got enough balls of this to make a top or a cardigan. It tells you need 4 balls to make a 36 by 30 inch blanket. What is that, a baby blanket? It's not enough to make an adult blanket. You're going to need far more balls of yarn. There's only 218.7 yards. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. About 10 balls or more, give or take, to make an adult size blanket. 6 to make a sweater, 1 to make a hat, 3 to make a scarf. This is a 4 medium weight yarn. They say a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'd say that's probably about right. I'm going to have to test it. I haven't started using it yet. And this is nice and soft. This is a 93% acrylic, 7% polyester. This is really pretty. This comes in a lot of colors, but I really like the black with the rainbow. I think I got about 6 or 7 balls of that. And then the other new yarn I got is this one, Big Twist Totally Tweed. 295 yards, 270 meters, 150 grams, 5.29 ounces. Says to use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook, 4.5 knitting needles. Maybe the 5.5 would do good. I'm going to try. I think I got enough to make a blanket, so I may try the 6. If the 6 doesn't go good, then I'll just go to a 5.5, like the label suggests. Oh, and what I did I even say? This color for the jelly bean is called Cosmic Candy. This one is called Midnight Bowling. I got enough of these to make, I believe, a blanket. I may have to add a thick trim on. But that's it for all the new yarns. I also got some other yarns that have been out, I believe, but I haven't seen them before. I wanted to make another fluffy fleece blanket, fleece blanket. This is the Big Twist Plush, 153 yards, 140 meters, 300 grams. This is a Super 6 bulky weight yarn. You need an 8 millimeter hook, but truthfully, I'm using a 10 millimeter hook. It's just working out a lot better. You can use an 8 on this. I've used a 9 millimeter with this and it works just fine, but I tried a 10 this time and the 10 is coming out pretty good. Let me show you the other. Oh, and the color of this is Neon Rainbow Variegated, and to match it, I got the pink, which is called Electric Pink. I got the orange, Electric Tangerine. And then I got the neon yellow, which is electric yellow. So, let me show you how the blanket is coming out so far. This is how it looks. Sorry, my tail is hanging out. This is how it looks worked up, and I started adding the pink, the next row. This whole square is 1 ball of yarn. So now I'm adding a ball of pink. Next will probably be an orange and then a yellow, and then I have another variegated. So we'll see how far that gets me. I'm probably going to have to buy more balls of yarn, but we'll see when we get to that point. Okay, next I also got some Red Heart Super Saver Ombre. I saw another YouTuber here on YouTube. What is she called? Shea Butter, her name is. I think she's a little bit more on the newer side. She's got a couple videos up though, but she's got a crocheting channel. I've been watching her videos like crazy. I've probably even rewatched them at this point. I don't know. I like her content. She got this exact color and made a hexagon cardigan out of it, and it came out really, really beautiful, and I wanted to make the same thing. So this is called Jazzy, and it's all different types of pinks, and it's ombre'd out. Here's like a example picture, but I will be doing the cardigan. So this is 482 yards, 440 meters, 10 ounces, 283 grams. This is a medium 4 weight acrylic yarn, 5mm knitting needles, 5.5 crochet hook, but I will probably, for the cardigan, I'll probably bump it up to a 6. Really nice. And I got, I think about 4 of these. I think 4 will be enough to make my cardigan, since I've lost some weight and I'm no longer really a double XL with cardigans. I can make a much smaller size, which means, thank God, I need a lot less yarn. That's good for my pockets. I also got this. I am making a blanket out of this. I am making a lot of blankets right now. I'm in a blanket mood, so I'm making a couple blankets at the same time right now. This is the big Twist Tweed. This isn't new. This has been out for quite some time. I've just never bought it yet, but it caught my eye this time around. This is 382 yards, 6 ounces, 350 meters, 170 grams. You need a 5.5mm hook, but honestly, I'm using a 6 to make the blanket, and the 6 is working up just great with it right now. So you can use a 6mm hook depending on what you are making. This says a 4 to a 4.5 to 5mm knitting needles if you're going to knit with it. And this is a 4 medium weight. 5 to make a blanket. I think I bought 5 because of the yardage. And I'm going to add a very thick black border to make the rest of the sizing up. So, yeah, but I think you definitely need more than 5. 5 will make a 50 by 60 inch. I want it bigger than that, so I'm going to add to it. 3 to make an adult sweater, 1 to make a hat, and 1 to make a scarf. Not bad. And it's really, really pretty. It has these little, like, tweed flecks in it. And I can actually show you what it looks like worked up so far. This is how it's coming out. This is my start of my blanket. So yeah, that's it for that one. What else? Do I have anything else? I have one more to show you. I got one skein of this one, Big Twist Value, 269 yards, 4.3 ounces, 246 meters, 121 grams. This is a 4 medium weight yarn. They say you need a 5mm hook. I'm not really concerned about using a hook for this because I'm going to run this through my knitting machine, and I'm probably going to make a hat or 2 ear warmers out of this. And it says 5mm knitting needles if you're going to knit with it. You need 13 of these to make a blanket. Now that sounds more realistic, but even though it says 13, I mean 13 only makes a 50 by 60 inch blanket, which is kind of rinky dink. That's a rinky dink blanket. I don't think that really covers anybody, so you're probably going to have to buy more to make a big adult blanket that covers you from shoulders to toes. So, and it depends on your height. 6 to make a sweater, 1 to make a hat, 3 to make a scarf. This is pretty soft. It's pretty squishy. It's really pretty. I can't wait to see how, with the color changes, how it comes out in the knitting machine, because in the knitting machine you get a whole different pattern, and they come out really, really, really pretty. So next time I'm in the mood to do my knitting machine, I will do that. I think, oh, I didn't show you this one. This is another Vortex yarn. I forgot I got a third color. This is called Neon Rainforest. This is the other one. It confused me because it kind of sort of looked like Birds of Paradise. This is Birds of Paradise. This is Neon Rainforest. So this is a little bit brighter. But yeah. And I got enough of these to make a blanket also. All these Vortex yarns will be blankets. Yes, I am going crazy making blankets. I am really good at making blankets. And I'm kind of on the thought process of, if I can make enough, backup of blankets, if I can make enough to get started, I am thinking of possibly starting an Etsy shop and selling my blankets on Etsy. I know I talked about giving them away, and maybe I'll save one to do a giveaway with, but I spend so much money on yarn. I have so much yarn in my collection. I bought so much yarn. I buy a lot of yarn. And just to recoup some of my funds and to get my money's worth out of making all these blankets, because I can't possibly keep them all. I think my best bet would be to sell them. So, and I'd like other people to be able to buy my handmade stuff. And my hats, you know, some of my hats, the knit hats that you saw in my completed projects things, some of them I will give away, and some of them I'll probably, if I don't sell them, which maybe I'll sell them. I do have a local church that's nearby that asks for hat and underwear donations to give away to the needy people. So I may give some hats, you know, to the homeless people. So that's my thought process. I'm going to do some good with the things that I make. And I also want to recoup some of the money that I am spending, most definitely. I wouldn't say that I am on a no-buy anymore. I am probably more on a low spend, because I'm spending, but I'm not, you know, it looks like I'm buying things, but I'm not buying as much as I normally do. I am giving a percentage of my paycheck to my grandmother to put away in savings, because if it was left up to me, it would go into savings. And then when I ran out of money, regular spending money, I would probably dip into the savings. I am really horrible at saving money. So a percentage of my check each week goes to grandma for savings, and the rest is my spending money for the week. So to buy what I need for the YouTube channel or supplies or whatever. So that's where we're at with that. I am no longer going to keep saying I'm on a no spend, because that's just a lie. That's a bull-faced lie at this point. I am not on a no spend, on no buy. I am probably more on a low spend. So I spend when I need to, and I try to find coupons and deals, and I spend the least amount of money for the things I got. You know, these Vortex yarns are up to $4.99. They're originally $6.99. I got them for $2.99 a piece. So that's kind of what I'm talking about. That's why I bought them when I did, because I had a feeling they would go up in price. And so I bought all of the colors I wanted while they were $2.99. And then when I went back to check to possibly go buy more colors, now they are $4.99. So yeah, same thing with these. Got these for $2.99. They haven't gone up in price just yet, but I have a feeling they will. So, you know, get them while you can, while they're $2.99. So I think that's it for today's video. If you are new here and you're enjoying the content, please stay a while. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified anytime I upload a new video. And if you are returning, thank you for returning and joining me in today's video. I really hope you enjoy your time here with me today, looking at some new yarns from Joann's. Let's all cross our fingers and hope they don't close their doors. It's going to be devastating for a lot of people, you know, who do have Joann's in their state where they live. If they're avid shoppers at Joann's, it's going to be devastating for a lot of people to lose a store like Joann's. So let's all cross our fingers and say a prayer Joann's doesn't close, because you know I am. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week coming up, and a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.